We've been trying to keep you up to date on what's happening to police departments in this country since many have been defunded and since all police officers have been attacked as a group. And the predictable is happening. They're resigning. They've been demonized. Law enforcement itself has been demonized by the Democratic Party, and so many are giving up. In the city of Seattle, which desperately needs law enforcement, 66 police officers have left the force just this year, and that number is set to hit 100 by the end of next month. Jason Rantz is a radio host in Seattle, and he joins us with more on this story. Jason, tell us the state of the Seattle Police Department, if you would.
Well, the state will be 300 in total since last year, since this defund movement has taken a hold of the city of Seattle. That puts the city of Seattle having the lowest deployable police staff since the 1980s, which, of course, from that time, we've seen almost a double increase in the population here. And, of course, with less police and an embracing of a culture of lawlessness that the Biden administration has taken on, and Democrats as a whole, we've seen an increase in crime. We just hit last year a 26-year high homicide rate. Q1 in the county just saw a 34% increase in homicides over the last 4 years. That report just came out yesterday. This is not an anomaly for Seattle either. We're seeing similar results in big cities all across the country, New York, Portland, Louisville, for example. And this is a really good example because now they're under investigation in this war on policing. They lost 230 officers in the last 16 months. Murders are up 75%. And when you look at the data as to who is being murdered, these are predominantly black people who are being murdered. So when we talk about Black Lives Matter and we have to defund the police, well, you're hurting the black community most.
Does anyone notice this, the people who did it, the city council of Seattle, the mayor, your neighbors, that people are dying, children are dying, totally innocent people are dying because of what they did? Has anyone apologized or tried to reverse course?
There's definitely no reversing course. What they usually do is they deflect. They say, actually, this doubles down on why we need to put even more money into these community programs to replace police officers. And of course, that makes no sense. You want to put money into community programs that go at the root cause of violence, okay, but that kind of work takes years, if not even decades, to see long-term results, meaningful results. And so what are you going to do in the meantime as crime rates are going up? But really, at the end of the day, what we're seeing with the Biden administration, he's not going to talk about this tonight, but what they're going to do is they will announce even more investigations like they're doing in Louisville. Then they'll put in place consent decrees. And then, of course, the Department of Justice and the local activists will have a bigger say in how the police stations operate. So instead of just fully defunding the police, they're going to dismantle it institutionally via the federal government and then rebuild it in the image of these progressive viewpoints. It's what happened in Seattle. It's happened at different police departments. It's going to happen in Louisville.
You keep waiting in this country for the adults to show up and say, I'm sorry, you can't take our police away. You're not allowed to throw people into solitary confinement because they didn't vote for you. You know, to restore some sense of decency to the country. You hope that does happen soon. Jason Rantz, in the meantime, we appreciate your reports from out there. Thank you.
Thank you.